I'm in central London by 7 AM.
Oh, posh boy with his new hair. A lot tidier. It was really quite a stressful experience.
It's nursery day today, isn't it, mister?
Big upgrade from last week, jeez. I've been here 22 years of my life. Is that light flickering? So they sent me a new quote. They tried to charge us an extra £1.50, thinking I wouldn't realise. I am feeling really overwhelmed at the moment. Bless him. Update on the baby. We are actually 20 weeks today.
Just didn't wear the house that time.
It's a new week. I'm in central London by 7 AM. Am I exhausted? Yes, I am. Anyway, I've got to go into work, so I'll catch you in a bit.
So I'm back from work in London. I have relieved my mother of duties with Hugo, because obviously Reese had to go to work today. Granny Jo always steps up, and I honestly don't think we tell her enough how grateful we are. So I'm really going to start trying to do that more. Anyway, I am back. We're trying to transition Hugo at the moment into just sort of like one nap a day. Now, ideally that would usually be sort of like after 12 o'clock, but he had a rough night's sleep last night. I think it's from the weekend just gone where he sort of had that whole, we went to Margate on the Saturday and then my sister's for Mother's Day, and we travelled home during his bedtime. So we sort of disrupted his sleep. We sort of were waking him up anywhere between 9 and 10 to sort of like take him into the house and get him back off to bed. So I think that just disrupted him, and I think he just had a bit of a poor night's sleep last night. Or it could be teething. It could be so many things, you just never know. But yeah, so his nap time is a little bit earlier today, but that's fine. I'm hoping he's going to have a nice long nap. And then usually he has about an hour and a half, and then he stays awake until bedtime, which is usually about 7:30 or 8 o'clock. So whilst he is asleep, I'm going to utilise my time as much as possible. Part of me just wanted to sit on the sofa and just chill and watch loads of TV and do nothing. But I'm going to try not to do that. I'm trying to be a bit more productive and proactive. So I'm going to try and sort some house stuff. I'm going to also send off some invoices. Christ knows you boys need to be paid. And I'm also going to potentially start editing sort of like last week's vlog, which is going to be like Mother's Day. It's going to be all that sort of stuff. So I'm going to get onto that now. I'm going to stop talking to you guys on the camera, and I will speak to you very soon. I've looked at the floor a lot during this entire segment. Segment? Is that what we call it? Anyway, I've looked at the floor a lot, and I apologise for that. There's just something on the floor that's really irritating me.
You come out for lunch with Granny and Grandma.
Yeah. Oh, chocolate brownie. Yum. Nice.
Yum.
Ice cream? Yum. Is that nice? Lip smacking. Lip smacking good, yes, definitely.
So whenever Hugo comes to Grandma's, he'll walk up to the spare room, point to it and go, "This!" And then he gets his toys out. He's got a whole bag of toys for him to play with. You little spoilt boy, aren't you, mate? Yeah.
Right, next stop, the museum, Mr. Rabbit.
How much do you cut for the lot?
A mollusk. Very interesting. Come on, Peacock, or you'll miss the bus.
Bless him.
Wellness, everyone.
What are you doing with your tripod? Look at your big boy's haircut.
Garden games. I don't know.
Here we are.
Can I
Oh,
play
doesn't that look posh? Bit tight,
Maybe
isn't
it's
it?
time for a
Don't you need any off the fringe or
like
anything?
what?
limbo.
Like a little
What's
trim in
limbo
but not
when
much.
it's at home?
I'll show you.
I know. You jump over it.
Yeah.
Granny with the new haircut.
Oh, posh boy with his new hair. A lot tidier. To be honest, I don't think that was the easy, perfect Instagram moment I was hoping for. We were gonna video it and we were gonna post a really cute reel, but in reality, it wasn't that easy cutting his hair. It really wasn't. We had to throw so many things at him to try and occupy him. It was really quite a stressful experience. So in hindsight, I won't be going into kids' hairdressing. I'm gonna stick to the adults. Yeah, learning curve for everyone, I think. Basically, take your kid to someone that's used to doing this. We will be doing that next time.
It's nursery day today, isn't it, mister? Yeah. I always get nervous about taking him to nursery, I'm not going to lie. I am going to jet off real quick because otherwise we might be late and he might miss breakfast time. That's what a pig makes, isn't it? But yeah, we're off to nursery today. I do get nervous about taking him to nursery purely because he has a tendency to get a bit upset when I leave him there. But once he's there, he's absolutely fine and he loves it. So it's just something I think we're just going to have to get used to. And I'm just going to have to put on my big boy panties. And I'm just going to have to deal with it. Because I know he loves it when he's there. It's just, you don't want to be the person that makes him get upset. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, I am going to go now because I've got lots of things to do today, but I'll fill you in on that in a minute. So it is a bit of a mad dash this morning. Firstly, I dropped Hugo off at nursery. Absolutely fine. Did not cry. He's never been that happy to go to nursery before. So I'm so happy that he's finally adjusting to it. I'm hoping it wasn't just a fluke. If it was, it was just a lovely fluke to have. Last week, it was a big upgrade from last week. Jeez, I can't even remember if I said what happened last week. We literally got there. He started getting a bit lip quivery, sort of when we got to the door. I think he knew where he was. And as we got through, the key worker that usually works with him basically was like, oh, I just need to put some stuff in the office. Do you mind just hanging his stuff on the peg and I'll come and get him straight away? I was like, yeah, of course. So we went and hung his stuff on the peg. At that, some mum comes walking in and literally is like, oh my God, my child's been so clingy all morning, take him. And this child is like screaming, like stretching his arms and kicking as the mum is just walking out. And Hugo literally looks at me like this. As in to say like, you're not leaving me here. Well, in fact, I am, Hugo, so have a lovely day and I'll see you later. I'm so glad this week went so much better than last week. But back to why today is a mad dash. Basically, today, it's a sad time, it really is. My mum and dad have put their house on the market. The family home that I've lived in for like 22 years is going to be sold. I don't know how to feel. So I've not really mentioned it before because I didn't think it was a massive thing that I needed to mention. But we are living in an annex at the bottom of my mum and dad's garden, and it's lovely. It's like a 2-bedroom self-contained annex. It's beautiful. Like, I love living here. I've loved living here. Reese has loved living here. Even Hugo's loved living here. We lived here obviously throughout the Pan ED, which was such a touch because we were just able to be with family all the time when so many people weren't. We were obviously able to save so much money whilst living here, which is great, which meant that we were able to get our house, which meant that we were able to pay for fertility journeys, which meant it's been a real touch that we've lived here. I've absolutely loved living here. I've been here 22 years of my life. Like, I honestly don't know what I'm gonna do when this place sells. We always knew we were gonna move out. Like, I knew that because obviously we're building a house and we're going to move out, but I never imagined that my mum and dad would be selling their house. A place where Hugo has spent his first like 15 months of his life so far. Like a place that Reese and I sort of called our home. And like, it's just, there are so many memories here from such a young age that I just don't know how realistically I'm going to say goodbye to this place. I thought it would be fine saying goodbye when obviously we move, because my mum and dad would always be here, but now they're wanting to sell and move. It's sad. It really is. Yeah, they are selling. The reason they're selling is purely because they don't need a house of this size anymore. And then obviously once we move, we're gonna be 20, 25 minutes away, so they want to move a bit closer. We're moving towards sort of where my grandma lives, where my cousins live, where my aunties and uncles and all those sorts of people live. So I think my mum is very much in the mindset of, well, all of our friends and family are that way anyway, so why would we not move that way and then also downsize? So that's what's going on. We have the first viewing happening today. So we're well underway to tidy and just make sure everything looks nice and presentable. So should I really be vlogging? No, I shouldn't. I should be cleaning and tidying. So I'm going to get onto that. But yeah, I feel quite emotional today. It just feels a bit weird. It doesn't feel like it should be happening, you know? This week's been a week, my darling, let me tell you that. I am drained. I'm drained. This morning we got up and we went to go and look at flooring. I know we previously discussed where we were getting our flooring from. Is that light flickering? Yeah, I know we previously discussed where we were getting our flooring from. We were going to go to a place in Bishop Stortford, which is sort of like the town that we're going to be moving to. We were going to be going there. But you know that one time that my camera got stolen?
in central London. In my bag that the camera got stolen out of was actually also our flooring quote from this flooring company in Bishop Stortford. So I called them up and explained what had happened and said, like, my flooring quote's gone, any chance that you could send me a new one? Like, email it this time, so I've got it, like, I've got it, in case, you know, my bag ever gets stolen again. Is that light still flickering? So they sent me a new quote, and I remember how much that flooring quote was. I do, I remember it. They tried to charge us an extra £1.50 because I lost the flooring quote, thinking I wouldn't realise. So we've not given them the time of day, nor are we giving them our money. In the end, we're actually going to go with a flooring from Howden, which is actually where we're getting our like kitchen from. I think I've shown you guys the design before. If I haven't, it's on Instagram, go and look at it there. But yeah, we are getting the flooring from Howden's, which is great because it means that the builders are going to lay the flooring for us, we believe. We're just waiting on a quote for that. Yeah, we believe that we're getting the flooring from Howden's and our builders are going to lay it for us. So, you know what they say, everything happens for a reason. So, you know, am I glad my camera got stolen? No. Am I glad the quote got stolen? No. But in turn, it means that we've got a potential new flooring because the flooring people we were going to give our money to were potentially going to rip us off. So yeah, that's what we did this morning. We went to Howden's, we picked the flooring colour that we like. It's called Vanilla Oak, I believe, and it's in a herringbone style. Because of the type of click flooring that we're going with, which I showed you before, it's sort of like slots and clicks like that. You can get it in a herringbone style, in click flooring, and it's no more expensive than just regular flat lay flooring. So that's cool. I mean, is herringbone going to go out of style soon? Maybe. Do we care? No. And then we also went to Tappy Carpet and we paid for our carpets, which we're super excited about. So they should be delivered in the next few weeks. And then what they've got to come and do is they've got to come and lay the runner up the staircase and cut it how it's meant to lay on the stairs. And then they've got to send it off to have the edges, like, what would you call them? The edges stitched. Piping? I don't know. But basically they're going to edge the edges. Edge? I don't know. Then I had to rush home and jump on a call because I've been in a Zoom call all day today, literally from 10 till 4. We had a working lunch as well, which was 20 minutes, which was basically you've still pretty much got to be on the call, you've just got to eat on the call. Unfortunately, my camera didn't work, which, you know, every cloud. It was annoying that my camera didn't work, but could have been worse. That's what I've done so far today. It's now almost 4 o'clock. I am about to start my client, and then we're going to go for dinner at a pub because my dad's been away in Rome all week. So we're going to have a nice little family dinner. Yeah, just catching you up with our week so far. It's just been a busy one. It really has. What with my mum and dad's house going on the market, us being busy, like it's just everything's busy. I am feeling really overwhelmed at the moment, I'm not gonna lie. But what can you do?
So, little man is asleep. Bless him. I am just unpacking the Indian that we have ordered. We've had a lovely day. It's been such a lovely day. We haven't actually vlogged today. Just had a lovely wholesome Sunday. Spent some time with my mum and dad, spent some time with our friend Kezia and her fiance James. Feels really weird calling him James because we have a nickname for him, but anyway, we've had a lovely, lovely day. It's been so nice. Update on the baby. They are kicking a lot. Like a lot. We downloaded this app called Time for Baby. It's like a kick counter, so you are able to log how many kicks that you have just for like peace of mind of the person that's pregnant or the intended parents or anything like that. But then equally you get a notification every time that a kick is monitored. So you're just constantly updated throughout the day. Like my phone will buzz and it'll be like, baby's just kicked. It's just so lovely. We are actually 20 weeks today. It doesn't feel real, like we are officially halfway there. It feels wild. All the emotions, nerves, excitement, all of it. I can't believe that we're 20 weeks already. The time has just flown by, it's wild. We have our 20-week scan next week. We've got it on Friday next week, which we're both so excited about. Our surrogate Charlotte, we literally talk to her every single day. She can't get rid of us at this point. It's so nice that we formed such a wonderful friendship throughout the surrogacy process. Like, we literally are
going to be friends for life with this whole family. They're just, you know, when someone's just like your people, they're just our people. I think Reese has heard me whispering and he's wondering what I'm whispering about, basically. Here he is. You're out of breath.
Oh, yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. So, yeah, I was basically just saying we're 20 weeks and we've got our scan on Friday coming up. Just wild, isn't it?
I just didn't wear the house that time gone.
Honestly.
With Hugo, I felt like everything went quite slowly.
But I think
this time it's like, oh my God.
I think the difference is because we have a baby already with us, like Hugo, it's like he does take a lot of our attention.
Yeah.
So although like Shah and the baby are like in the forefront of our minds for the majority of the day, something happens with Hugo and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, you just forget that you're even pregnant.
Yeah, you do.
Do you know what I mean?
think
Like,
we're so consumed by the build, by work in general.
Yeah.
And with Hugo,
we're
you
just,
don't have time to think.
we've
And you
taken
feel-
a lot on.
Yeah. Whenever we say it to anyone, they're like, why have you done so much all at once? But I just feel like everything, that's the way things happen for us.
Yeah, we just don't do things by half. It's been a lovely week. It's been a wholesome day. We haven't vlogged any of it, and I'm sorry about that. But hopefully I'm actually going to sign off the end of this vlog, unlike last week where it just cut off and everyone was wondering what the hell happened. And hopefully this vlog doesn't delete.
Yeah, that'd be good.
That'd be really nice. Anyway, we're going to go and enjoy our Indian and see you next week.
See you next week.